line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love.
And hello everyone, and welcome back to PTM Racing TV as we are live here tonight from Kansas Speedway here as we are showcasing the drivers of Pedal the Metal Racing League here tonight in their ARCA series for week 9 action as we lay them on in and get ready for a foundation here in the racing series and a little bit of a renaissance, if you will, for these drivers. A lot of them all charging for that top spot and that top honors here in this season, and they're all hunting down that same thing, the same championship they all want so badly here. Hi again, everyone. I'm Christian the Crusader driver, and welcome back to the races here. As we get back on around, let's get these drivers situated on by, get ready to go here for tonight's racing in action. We'll let the drivers get racked in here and ready to go before we get the roto cards up here. And there we go. Looking to be a solid race and a solid battle for these drivers here, as we'll see everybody come to their lines and come to their starts, coming to the rounds, coming to their starts, coming to their spots, coming to their shots, looking for everything they got. It's a nice race, of course, brought to you in part by over at Matt Mills Racing Team, at Mid-Cities Air Conditioning and Heating, Affordable SEO and Marketing, Amber's Floral Creations, Bob's Custom Trophies and Gifts, SimRacingMerch.com, and Pottlez Wrapz, of course, all proud sponsors of Pedal the Metal Racing League this season. As we look to showcase and come to the end here of our series, we are looking at some of our top drivers and some of the best, looking to change up the game and change up the spotting in the lineup here with only so many laps to go and so many positions here to really work their way in. Let's get to the grading order now. Let's start them on the pole. Here we go. It will be Jonathan Atkins in the 112 machine to the inside, starting on the pole. To his outside will be that 21 of Robert the Rattlesnake on. Row number 2, you're going to see Matthew Hofford in the 84 to his outside. That'll be the 24 of Kayla the Friday Texas McCarthy. Next row on back, the 11 of Warren Young will bring it on to the outside there with Dustin Rouse in the 30. Next row on back, Cindy the Closer Taylor and the 8 of her brother Keith Taylor. Gonna go at it here. Lance Brandlinger in the number 3 Goodwrench Service Machine with the 20 of Jeffrey Oaks and the Budweiser Dale Earnhardt Jr. tribute. The 66 of Dustin Sornaker and the Chantel the Throttle Pottle in the 5. With a 999 of Ian Yeager faltering in the back, and the 57 of Ashton Hartman rounding out our field here tonight, as our drivers will serve up some penalties here on the start. We will bring them on around and get things situated through to get ready to go racing here. As the green lights plumb up to your screen, they're looking to get them going here down on the start. Looking to hard charge their way on in and battle them through here. Coming down, we'll see who will be able to get the jump here on this start. There will be 70 laps to the distance here. Who is going to be the driver to beat, and who is going to be the one who can lay claim to this one as we get the ready, set to go. Lights flicker on. Let's get down to business. Here we go. Green flag flies as they come to the stripe. Right off the bat, immediately, no surprise here. The Mopar 47 of Robert the Rattlesnake Khan off to a strong start as usual here. Nice run and a half. This comes on down out of turn 2 here. Balancing them on in, getting some runs and a half, getting some roll. And you see a little bit of dust kicking out there. That's the first I've ever seen Kansas pick up some dust here. This is something different. They bring him on back around here. Charging for position is the 11 of Warren Young. Trying to hang in there, trying to get some momentum in here. There's a lot of dust going out there. This is almost going to be turned into a dust bowl later if they're not careful here as they battle it back on in. Warren Young challenges up the 30 of Dustin Rouse. Rouse right now trying to hang in there and trying to stay out of the trouble zone. Throw it on through here. Cindy the Closer Taylor and the 8 of Keith Taylor back out of here. Brother and sister duo fighting for a run, fighting position as the 3 there of Lance Brandlinger. Already trying to full throttle assault his way up to the front here. Not really thinking too much about that strategy of laying into the tires and letting the car settle in a little bit more here. I think in all honesty, the reason why there is dust out on the track here is because some of the marbles were not cleared off when they came to this run here earlier, and that's why you're seeing so much of that dust and debris kind of flying up into the air here. That's why you're seeing all that go down like that. But right now, it doesn't seem to be affecting the drivers at all. Everyone's still in a pretty good state of mind and pretty good running here in the order they come on by as they jack them on down here yet again. Now the 112 of Jonathan Big Smoke Atkins looking for a run on the bottom, makes his way on inside, looking for a 3 wide salute. As Chantel the Throttle Pottle gets pushed up to the high side there for Cindy the Closer Taylor. And now Keith Taylor in the 8 now going to work here with the 30 of Dustin Rouse. As we've got a pretty solid battle in the mid-pack to the front here. Throw it on through. Almost a 3 wide salute initiated there between Rouse and Taylor as they back him on through. Hard charging here from Jonathan Big Smoke Atkins. Once again, the Sticky Icky 112 machine charging through, looking for a run. As a Home Depot Goodwrench Service split. Number 8 of Keith Checkmate Taylor trying to fight him off on the outside. Brandlinger trying to defend off Atkins, trying to keep him out of his hair, but you can see that little run there he had just kind of slowed him up a little bit, maybe giving him some problems here. Working him on by, down him on in. They will fight for this one to come into the run, come into the through. Running on by now, Jonathan Big Smoke Atkins. He had to start with an EOL, and he's starting to eat his words and starting to make him pay for this one. He is starting to really jump up under the gun in the lineup here. Matthew Hoff right now, the 84, going to work here with that 11 of Warren Young. Warren right now doing a pretty solid job here fighting it in. And Hofford, he's always been a solid driver out there every time out, but he has yet to really get himself into victory lane since that late models win, and we thought maybe that was going to be the kicker, the one that finally ends the curse for him, if you will. It hasn't really been that way, though, in my opinion. It's been kind of lying low and staying out of trouble zone for him. That's been kind of his main thoughts, his main recording points. And it's definitely worked when he needs to, but I mean, at the end of the day, you still got to find a way to run your line when you can. like Jonathan Big Smoke Atkins doing right now, as Warren Young in the 11 goes up to the high side there. Brings it back on down as they charge him on in, challenging him by here, coming on down that back straightaway. Through him on through, coming down out of turn 3 into 4. Yet again, Warren Young goes into the binders, looks for a run, looking for the seam. Trying to see if maybe he can find the run and a half he's been looking for, and something for Big Smoke. Atkins tries to hold him off, tries to stay in the run as they come on through, down out of turn 1, down in turn 2. Hofford right now trying to hang on, trying to hang in this one right now, but Atkins has got a pretty good run to the line and a pretty good run to the pocket. Considering what he's up to and considering what he's been doing as of late, he's charging pretty good here, making a good run. Backing on through, down out of turn 4 here. Hoffer gets into the wall and stuck up there into the back end there on that front stretch. Atkins sees the door and open wide for him and takes that advantage spot right there as Lance Brandlinger and Warren Young now trying to catch back into this one here. Back him on around yet again, still hanging in this one, still fighting for their positions as they charge them through. Serious runs and a half here from these drivers as Warren right now currently up by about a second back here of Atkins. And currently right now Robert Kahn almost 2 seconds ahead of him at this point. Meanwhile, we got a pretty serious battle going back here in the run here. This is the battle for 7th between Hofford, McCarthy, Rouse, Indy Taylor, and Jeffrey Oaks in that 20 machine as Rouse goes up to the high side, up on the cushion there. It looks like he was trying to maybe get a run there. Couldn't quite clear it there. Gets it going down on that back straightaway here as they challenge him on by. Look at this, 2 good long-time friends battling it through here, coming down turn 3 into 4 here as they work him on by. Jonathan Big Smoke Atkins slowed up a tremendous bit here. He's lost a lot of ground there. I'm not sure what happened to him. Might have got on the wall earlier, which has now allowed Robert Kahn to make his way into position and jockey him on in as we are 1/7 away through this one already. Serious runs and a half here. Serious momentum builds up from these drivers as they continue it through. Neither one trying to give an inch. Neither one wanting to give a chance up as Atkins right now looks to make the inside move down out of turn 3. Taylor trying to hide, trying to fight, trying to lay it into him. Can't quite keep him down there though. Can't quite keep his momentum on the high side there. You're on board here with Taylor right now currently. As you see, I'm running a hard line there. You see some of that dust kind of kicking up on the screen there. That's popping up hard on Brandlinger's car there as well. And it looks like a charge there coming from Keith to make his move on by. He is challenged up for 3rd. Finally makes a nice jump and a half here around that position, around that momentum run he was looking for. Now can he manage that out and keep it going? That was a pretty good move there. It's a pretty solid run that he had there, but there's a lot of races to be had here and a lot of stuff to go down still. There's no telling what he'll be able to do here when it comes down to the full run and the full send-off. He's got to stay focused here and try to keep this one going for himself. As Jonathan Big Smoke Atkins now, after that little bob, a little skirmish he had, he seems to got it back underway here. Seems to be in a pretty solid state and a pretty solid run and a half as they come on by here. Up under the wall protection they go a little bit. There's debris of Brandlinger. Sidney the Closer Taylor and that 7 following right behind in the back here, trying to hang in there with Brother Keith. As she's got fellow female Kayla, the Pride of Texas McCarthy, in that Coca-Cola number 24 machine, trying to rock a little Santa Claus paint scheme before we go to our little winter break, if you will. We'll have the whole Christmas week off and also New Year's off, so we'll have 2 weeks off, and then when we return, we will return to full racing for a full 2 weeks. And Lance Brandlinger up on the high side, gets into the wall there, coming out of that corner. Lost all his momentum, lost all his time and patience there, and I think he was just trying to see if maybe he'd get a run and a half there for later, but it didn't quite work the way he was hoping for. They back him on around down that turn 2 here. McCarthy trying to get a run there on Keith Checkmate Taylor, but Checkmate right now up 4 spots. He is the heavy charger. He's the hard charger of the night so far. Only tied by Ashton Harmon, who's currently up 4 positions from where he was at earlier. They back him on in down that front straightaway. Here they come on by yet again, still at it here with one another. Neither driver giving an inch, nobody giving up any chances here as they sing it on down out of turn 1. Keith Checkmate Taylor trying to fight him in, trying to stay in the run here, trying to give himself a chance and a half here. But when you got two females like the Pride of Texas and the Closer behind you, you just know you're going to have a little bit of a fight on your hand, my friend. We'll back him on around here, staying in the run here and staying on position. As we go on board here with Kayla Pride of Texas McCarthy yet again. You can see right here how hard she's having to deliver that line into that spot. Trying to hang in there with these drivers and trying to stay clear of trouble zone. But it's easier said than done to really keep that run there and keep that spot in line when it comes down to the full run, as Cindy the Closer Taylor is about to show her right now, coming down out of turn 3 and 4. Running them on down, fighting them on in, giving it a pretty good run and a half here on everybody. Doing what they need to do to stay in this hunt and stay in this battle between one another, and they're doing a pretty good job of that right now. But it looks like trouble brewed up for Jeffrey Oaks there. Gets on the wall yet again as Lance Brandlinger now charges himself way up to the front yet again, looking for the battle for 7th. Back him on in, down out of turn 3 and 4. Here they go. Jeffrey Oaks working it through, hanging in there, but Brandlinger is giving it a bit of a better run here. Gets a nice position on that corner on the front stretch, and he will take over that spot there away from Jeffrey Oaks there. Unfortunately, Jeffrey not able to stay in it on the front stretch, but that's a different story when it came down to that at turn 2 here. Fighting for everything he's got, trying to stay in this one. He's not giving up just yet here, folks. You can't miss, you can't blink or you'll miss some action here. And when we get back, folks, we will be seeing, we will be getting up to the halfway point to see where these drivers can hang in and where they will be playing on in. When we come back, don't worry, we'll be right back, and there will be some serious runs and a half from these drivers. Don't go anywhere. Tonight's race brought to you in part by, of course, Matt Mills Racing Team, the best Xfinity team out there, sponsoring and supporting Pedal to the Metal Racing League this season. If you want to support Matt Mills Racing today, be sure to follow them up at Matt Mills Racing on Facebook and Twitter. By Mid-Cities Air Conditioning and Heating. Ever find yourself in need of a little bit of heating and cooling units to be fixed in Richland or Keller, Texas? Well, there ain't no better way to stop over than with Mid-Cities Heating and Cooling for a troubleshoot. They'll get the job done right the first time. By Affordable SEO and Marketing, with services provided like web design, pay-per-click advertising, and logo design, business cards, shirts, hats, pens, and candy and more. It's time you outrank your competition online today. And by Amber's Floral Creations. Amber's Floral Creations, if you're looking to buy that special flowers for that special someone, to be sure to visit and call up at Amber's Floral Creations at 321-228-3135. As they back them on around here, we get back to the action here, folks. Right now, currently, the rattlesnake Robert Kahn ahead of Jonathan Atkins by a good margin of error here, but Atkins is starting to challenge him up here, getting into the position a little bit more. As they swing him on through here, you can see right now how much of a run that Robert Kahn has got in that 47 Mopar machine. Now you're wondering, why does it say 21 and he's driving 47? Well, that's because unfortunately he still has yet to figure out how to get the 47 paint scheme off of that machine, and he's been running 21 pretty much the entire time, but under the hood, or on the outside anyway, it's been the 47 as he gets into the wall down at turn 1 there. Whoa! We had our backs turned for a minute. We were watching the other cameras here, and right now, Jonathan Atkins, he smells blood in the water. He just made a hard charge up to catch up to Robert Kahn. Robert just overdrove that turn and overdrove that corner, and now Big Smoke Jonathan Atkins is looking to try to make him pay for that one. Getting a nice run and a half here. Back him on down. Yeah, it's still in this one to the end. Robert Kahn right now hanging in there while Keith Checkmate Taylor and Cindy and Kayla, the Pride of Texas McCarthy, going to go out of here as they try to go the high outside wall, but they're going right into trouble territory with that wall zone. Losing all their momentum, all that run, and that just cost them big time there. McCarthy has been put back 2 spots back as Warren Young and Cindy the Closer Taylor have jumped around her. Every driver for themselves, everyone giving it all they got here. As Jonathan and Big Smoke Atkins having to go in pit road here. Looks like he's trying to get something figured in for the longer run here. Back him on through here. Jeffrey Oaks currently at it here with everyone fighting them on in. Still trying to hang in there. Some serious runs and a half here. Some serious battles and a half. As a 24 there, McCarthy, after having to go into the wall protection, trying to make her way back up to the front. With that 20 of Jeffrey Oaks kind of leading him on in, down out of turn 3 into 4, folks. Right back down, around we go here. Right back on our moment and on our sensors here. We are seeing some good runs coming from the back here. Chantel the Throttle Paul right now going out of here with Keith Checkmate Taylor. As they bring him on back around, Taylor trying to hold him off, trying to stay in the run and get himself back in to the run there with Robert Kahn. They've already lapped him up here. Chantel the Throttle Paul is going to have to do some work here if she wants to get back into this one, but I think pit strategy right now is kind of her main focus. She's just trying to figure that one in and see if maybe she can get something for later. As we work them on through, yet still at it here with one another. Jeffrey Oaks has been passed on by yet again by the Pride of Texas herself, Kayla McCarthy. McCarthy getting a good run there on that outside line, and the inside here builds them on through. As they come on down that back straightaway here, a little bit of trouble there for Lance Brandlinger. He has fallen victim to the wayside there of the wall out of turn 2. As they come on through, Oaksy, whoa! Looks like he needed to go at pit road there, and he almost ended up tagging up the 24 of McCarthy there, but managing to stay out of trouble as he goes in pit side here. And if we get a look at our pit strategy right now with what their drivers are doing right now, Robert Kahn, one of the only drivers to stay out with the top 10, if you will. Keith Checkmate Taylor and Cindy Taylor right now all at it here, kind of fighting it out, while Ashton Harmon now moves up to the top 4 spot. 5th right now, Rouse, Yeager in 6th, and 7th, McCarthy and 8th, Young. But they have gone in pit road here, so we will see if that changes out for him here in this case, and it all comes down to the end for him. But right now, Dustin Stoneacre in that 66 just trying to make a little bit of a room, making a run ahead away here on the old 47 there, Robert Kahn. Charging them on in, down out of turn 3, down in. And Stoneacre makes a nice pass there. What a jump there by him, and great running in position, as now looks like lap traffic is going to start to become a big crucial factor for this win, because right now Robert the Rattlesnake Kahn has gone in pit road here. Bringing them on through, everyone's still jockeying around, still hanging in there and still doing what they need to do. Stay in this one, as right now you got Warren Young delivering a pretty solid battle here with the Pride of Texas herself, Kayla McCarthy. McCarthy right now trying to get in there and trying to hang in this one. Looking them on in, fighting them on in, trying to hang into the runs and trying to spot them on. Everybody giving it all it's worth, trying to hang in this one, trying to fight back, trying to get this one going. Looks like Ian Yeager has taken over the race lead here in a very surprising position here. But he has gone in pit road here, so that now is going to pretty much give the chance to Jonathan Big Smoke Atkins, as he's already made his pass around there. Robert the Rattlesnake Kahn, the 21 machine. Jeffrey Oaks still at it here with Cindy the Closer Taylor running them on by here, still hanging in there with him. They have gone into pit road earlier, and they got things taken care of, but now the battle really rages on who's going to be able to outwit and outpass the other. We're about a halfway through this one right now. It's been a solid foundation, a solid race between these drivers. Coming on down that back straightaway here, everyone rocking and rolling here as the 20 of Jeffrey Oaks trying to fight it in there with Keith Checkmate Taylor and that Home Depot number 8 machine. The Home Depot Good Services number 8, I should say. Back on through, coming on by yet again. Now solid battle between these two drivers. This is your battle for third. Working them on through, hanging in there for what they got. The 8 of Keith Checkmate Taylor. Just a little bit of a better run there on Jeffrey Oaks, and Jeffrey Oaks knows it. He's going to try to fight his way on in, trying to fight this one to the end, see if this one will play out to his advantage here. But right now, it doesn't seem that to be the case because he's currently faltering back further and further here. As Lance Brandlinger now up 2 positions after that start back in the round. He's up in 7th, starting in 9th. Currently working through hard as he can here down out of turn 1 here. It's been a solid race so far, no cautions whatsoever. We've had a few little scrapes and bruises up in the wall protection, but nothing too hard or too obvious there to really say that needs to be called for caution. Back line around down that front straightaway yet again. Brandlinger giving it everything he can, trying to harness his power, harness the track in, trying to stay in there with the 11 of Warren Young. Warren right now trying to doing everything he can to stay ahead there of Brandlinger. Brandlinger right now has got the run coming down on that back straightaway here. Throw on through the home alone number 11 machine, trying to fight the good wrench service pluses of Lance Brandlinger. Brandlinger though has got the advantage coming down that corner. On the front straightaway they go here. They'll apex it right in there into the turn 1 zone out of the high side, down to the bottom yet again. Warren and Brandlinger playing 2 completely different lines, both similar in how they're going to run in speed, but not so much when it comes to cornering. Solid battle and solid race. This is the battle for 6th, of course, as we mentioned. And these two just kind of fighting it in while Kayla, the Pride, Texas McCarthy in that 24, just kind of laying in there, laying low, just looking for a moment and looking for a run here. They charge them on down around now, ladies and gentlemen, folks. We have reached the halfway point here in this one. Solid racing and solid momentum's coming from everybody here so far. But I'll be honest right now, as we look at our top 5 at the moment, currently Atkins, Kahn, Cindy, and Keith and Cindy, and then Oaksey. Now Oaksey takes over that position here, taking it on in now, charging up through. Cindy, the closer Taylor, having a little bit of a battle here to wage in. Jeffrey Oaks yet again moves on by, makes a nice charge there as they work him through. He's our hard charge of the night. He's currently up 6 spots, whereas Keith is only up 5 spots. And Cindy up 2 spots this time, but right now wants to change that here. Down around we go here, still on their game, on their run here as they are hard running them, hard battling back. A big runway coming from Oaksey, man. He's been doing a pretty good job here. Staying focused on what matters, and what really matters tonight is just staying on the run and staying on a position and staying ahead of your field here as they come down the round yet again. Get a good look from the sky cam here as Cindy, the closer Taylor, closes in. They're on Jeffrey Oaks. Jeffrey Oaks trying to do everything he can to stay on this one. Dustin Stoneacre in that 66 butter, but it's not, can't believe it's not Butter Parkway machine. Really working it on by down that front straightaway here. Keep checkmate Taylor looking to be daily doubled here, and he did get daily doubled into a 3-wide salute there from Oaksey and Cindy. That was a brother and sister sandwich right there on Oaksey being the meats. What a run there, and what a battle it was there. Oh, right down that corner, turn 4, he loses it. Hangs on to there. I don't know how he saved that one, but he definitely did and get it taken care of there. Roundabout yet again, coming on down here, down on the turns here, in the back stretch. Here they go. Wait a minute, who put that up? Hey, producers, get that off. I told you not to put that stuff up. Warren Young right now going out. Here's a 3-wide salute. Has to come through with McCarthy. Young yet again. Oaksey on the hunt, trying to stay out of trouble, but it seems like trouble just keeps finding him. Brantley, looks like Keith Taylor got on the wall there and lost a lot of time and ground, and that definitely set him back quite a ways. This is some serious runs and a half here from these drivers. They back him on through. Now Brandlinger challenging him up, fighting for this one. This right now, folks, is the battle for 6th and now 5th, if you will, with McCarthy kind of laying into the end zone here with Warren Young just kind of fighting it out, staying in this run and doing what they can to give it a good run and a half. Some problems there for Chantel, the throttle Paul in the 5. Crashed, unfortunately. We don't have the replay to show what happened there exactly. Well, at the moment, anyway, actually, the producers are telling me we do have a way to show it. We'll tune it on into the instant replay here in a minute here, folks. We continue this battle real quick here from these drivers. So here's what happened here, unfortunately, for Chantel. Coming down out of, I believe it was turn 1, 2. Car got loose and had really nowhere to go, unfortunately, and that one just got spun on by. Gosh, it did not come out, though, as we all kind of know. And right now, she's just trying to hang back and fight this one in. Round and about we go here, battle for 6 here between Brandlinger and Oaks yet again as we're closing in on our final laps here. Jeffrey Oaks doing a pretty good job here, staying on his momentum key and staying on his run here and a half. Racking him on around, fighting for everything he's got. Robert Kahn and Jonathan Atkins couldn't be any more different apart, if you will. If you even tried here right now, it's a 2-second gap there for Jonathan Big Smoke Atkins right now on Robert Kahn. And you can see the distance of where they're running right now. They're running the extreme outside line because that's where they're going to get the grip from to try to hang in this one to the end. But you can see it's not really been working too well into their favor here. As the runs come on by yet again here, Matthew Hofford still hanging in there. And how about this, Ashton Hartman? He's been playing in this one a little bit. He had a little bit of a trouble zone at Daytona when he originally came onto the scene here with the ARCA series, but ever since then he's been trying to fight his way on in and get himself back under wraps here. Cindy the closer Taylor right now currently the second hard charger. Ashton Hartman's got her beat by about a position here, as she has some little bit of troubles there with the internet, unfortunately, sending her back a little bit of ways and sending her up into position zone. Now look at this here, Lance Brandlinger looking for a hard run there, looking for a hard charge on Warren Young. Warren goes right up into the outside wall and gets into that tangled zone. Couldn't quite get it cleared there. Trying to fight back now, trying to stay in this one here. Still running a pretty good line here to the pocket and zone here. Warren doing everything he can right now to fight them in on right back here. As he ate there, Keith Checkmate Taylor giving a solid run, solid momentum boost here. Down the round they go. The 8 of Keith right now doing everything he can to get around Warren. This is your battle for 5th. Keith now to the outside. Got a run there coming down. Nice solid pace and momentum here between the two here coming down. Who is going to be able to outwit and outsmart the other right now? I'll tell you this much. Ian Yeager and that 56 of Dustin Sonaker right now are definitely beating them on in, giving some runs here in a half. Trying to fight their position on in, trying to stay in this one. Robert Kahn and Jonathan Atkins still at each other's throats right now and still trying to hang in this one. Lap times right now, though, Atkins is at about a 48.29 and Robert is about a 48.3 as they kind of boost them up a little bit more. Atkins is getting a little slower than Robert. Robert's consistently getting more speed, but I gotta believe that's because, unfortunately, right now there's a lot of burnt-in tires there. Ian Yeager right now just trying to lead them on in, maybe rally the troops up for another run and a half here. As Robert the Rattlesnake Kahn has to go on his hit side here. Jonathan Big Smoke Atkins stays on out here. Through them on through. Here we are, rattle them on in. Everybody jockey for their run in position. As we continue on by, this next time around will be 20 laps left to go in this one. And wait us a minute. Caution is out. Caution is out. There's major trouble down there. There's major trouble going on. As it looks like Dustin Sonaker is caught up in a big wreck there. We're going to the PTM Instant Replay to find out what happened exactly here, but I don't know what exactly could have happened there in this case. Looks like Christopher No Shift, don't call him Pit Pendle, returns out on the track here as they come on by here. Ian Yeager and Jeffrey Oaks kind of tagging in, and looks like Bendel just got a little too low on that bottom and he ends up getting himself in trouble. And oh man, Oaksy did a pogo stand there and managing to keep that thing on all four. I don't know how he did that, but we're gonna go on his in-car here and show you what he saw when that was happening. Let's take a look at it from another angle here as we get a good look at that Budweiser number 20 of Jeffrey Oaks here. See right there, I mean, just got a little too hard on the throttle, did Pendle, and ends up tagging him in, and next thing you know, Oaksy doing a stoppie right there and just calling it good right there. I don't know how the heck he kept that thing from not toppling over. So they'll get him on through here. They will bring him back to the line here, back underway here, and we'll see how well Jeffrey Oaks will be able to get back from that issue there. Wait. What the? Producers! What? Ugh. Oh my gosh, this has not been a good night for us here. These producers just cannot leave us alone, can they? They're just making a mockery out of this tonight. This is not funny, guys. Come on. Anyway, so as we get things taken care of here, Jonathan Atkins is going to have to try and stay ahead with that sticky icky number 112 machine tonight. But as we come to the line here on this next start, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out here for him. We will see the rest of the conclusion of this race here as we will get back to you live here from Kansas Speedway. Don't go anywhere, folks. Well, tonight's race is sponsored in part by, of course, our good friends over at Bob's Custom Trophies and Gifts. Bob's Custom Trophies and Gifts. If you're looking for that hardware that you need for your league, or you're looking for that special gift for that special someone, there ain't no better way to go than with bobscustomtrophies.com. To visit them up, be sure to visit them up at Bob's Custom Trophies today to see how you can get your hardware or your gift for that special someone, and maybe a little loved one or two in this case, because also remember, I said it before, I'll say it again, these trophies right here, one will go to each winner of the series, and right now, if Jonathan Atkins can start figuring things out here, he's got a pretty good chance to take home one of those bad boys. Presented also by SimRacingMerch.com, the one-stop shop for all your sim racing merchandise needs, including shirts, hats, mugs, and more. Be sure to visit SimRacingMerch.com today to get your sim racing swag on. And by Pottlez Wrapz. Pottlez Wrapz, if you're looking to have your vehicle or truck, car match to the track, well then you better sure to hit up Pottlez Wrapz for just that. At such a low and affordable price, you can get your creation brought to life on the track. So what are you waiting for? Visit Pottlez Wrapz today to find your ideas, to create your ideas to life, and also maybe get a hero card or two in there, as they are on sale right now at a pretty affordable price, I would say. So we'll lead them back in. Jonathan Big Smoke Atkins right now. Go give it all he's got here, give it all he can here on this next start here. We'll see if he can get a run and a half here on this next one. As we work him on down that front straightaway here, seeing how everyone comes by here. Been a bit of a run here, a bit of a situation going for him right now as we get ready to go back underway here. The 24 of the Pride of Texas, Kayla McCarthy, has yet to been to victory lane here, and she would definitely like to change that tonight in the ARCA series. She has had some good runs and some good battles here, but just hasn't really been able to catch that momentum or that drift that she's been looking for all season long. Will that change here tonight coming down to the wire? There's a lot of battles here, and there's a lot of racing to go down, and not a lot of positions to leave up on or miss here. So we'll see how this one plays through right now as we get ready to go back underway here on the green flag restart. They'll switch them on by here, side by side, McCarthy and Atkins. The last time these two were side by side like that in a heated battle, I can remember it was at Myrtle Beach in those street stocks. and Atkins just somehow, some way found a way to get a better jump on the start, and it got ahead of McCarthy. McCarthy just could not catch him, and what a battle that was to the end for those two. They just had an all-out war zone when it came to that race. As we bring him on down that front straightaway, the lights flash in the air. We are back underway here, folks. On round we go here. Everybody jockeying for position early, trying to hang in this one as a 3-wide salute initiates right behind all of them here. The back of the pack, you can see the Mopar 47 of Robert Kahn working it on by there as Warren Young in the 11 getting caught up in that little skirmish with Jeffrey Oaks kind of fighting his way on in, trying to stay ahead of the zone here, trying to stay in that position. But the line right now seems to go to Caleb the Pride. Texas McCarthy looking in as we are down to our final 20 laps here, folks. Excuse me, 15 laps here, I should say, right now. As they're working through here, still on the attack, still on the throttle. Dustin Stoneacre in that 66 have tried to get out that pit road from the little situation he had there going down. He's working it on by in, hanging on down we go. John the Big Smoke Atkins just trying to run his line, run his race, and do everything he can here to stay in this one. Some odd laps left to go here. Not a lot of time left to beat this one in. Right now, some drivers unfortunately blown a motor and have nowhere to go. They can't get things fixed up yet. And the Mopar 47 of Robert Kahn trying to be an elitist right now and catch up to Rattles, to the old Big Smoke of Atkins. Can the Rattlesnake strike again? He had Rattlesnake's revenge last time in the late models at Bristol Motor Speedway Thursday night. Now he looks to try to claim another victory here and try to claim himself into the running here. Jonathan Atkins, though, right now, man, he is just so far away. That caution, I think, might have been the death blow that he was looking for to deliver here. As they back on through, Ashton Hartman right now trying to stay in this one, trying to haul it in. Gives it a nice run and a half here, staying in that line, staying in that position. But he's definitely right now trying to fight through with a lot of stuff going on with Robert the Rattlesnake Kahn fighting him in there. Battle for third here between these two drivers. Robert Kahn not giving any inches, not giving any chances up. Best Caleb Pride. Texas McCarthy just trying to stay with the group and stay with the traffic so maybe she can get some drafting going here. On back down around, down at turn 3, down in turn 4 here. Robert giving it all he's got right now, and you got a pretty good battle here as well, right behind all of them here. Battle for fifth between Keith Checkmate Taylor and the 3 of Lance Brandlinger. Brandlinger and them going at it here with one another, not trying to defy the other, but trying to outpace the other, if you will. Coming on through, and Dustin Rouse now. Hey, talk about a hunter in the back here. Rouse. He's fighting, man. He's giving it a good run here tonight. How about that? Trying to get the old, the Nightmare Before Christmas number 30 machine. Trying to have a little bit of fun with this one here. Maybe getting a little oogity boogity out here. Run on back on in. Still fighting it on through. They take him down and around here yet again. Brantlinger still trying to get around Keith Checkmate Taylor in the 8 machine with only a few some odd laps left to go here. They'll be at 9 to go when they get to the finish here, and they are all fighting for the same thing, to catch Atkins. But Atkins right now, unless he makes a huge mistake, is not going to be the case for him here. As you look at our pit strategy right now, and all that was run on the fuel, Atkins, man, he was kind of in the lay low, play it school zone. But he did have a little bit of a better run when it comes to that restart. And he did talk, he had a little bit of trash talk earlier saying he can hang on to this one. He called a shot here tonight. Say what you will, but he's definitely given it a pretty good run here. Running him on through here, still fighting him on in, still hanging in this one. Robert Kahn trying to go up that high side zone, trying to fight it in here. Back on down there, turn 2 they go here. It's going to be Ashton Hartman and him fighting it in there. And Hartman, losing ground and time there as a big pass comes on by for Robert the Rattlesnake Khan. Makes a nice jump and a half there. And only 7 laps left to go here. This could be the run that Khan needs to catch up to Atkins, but he's already 4 seconds ahead of him. And McCarthy's having a hard time catching him as well. They fight him on around, still hanging this one, still going for what they've got. Ashton Hartman, though, 10 positions up from where he was at right now. He is definitely the hard charger of the night. That DuPont 57 machine gonna try, come on, hide him in, hide him fight to the end here. Trying to get a run there on Khan. Khan doesn't quite give him the opening he's looking for just yet. And speaking of giving openings here, it looks like Brandlinger and Keith Taylor looking for an opening of their own here. With only about 5 laps to go when we get to the next lap here. Can Taylor stay in the hunt and stay with it? Brandlinger gets into the wall there out of turn 2. All his momentum just went away there and lost all his ground. And Keith Checkmate Taylor makes him pay, but Rouse is in the wall as well. And a full send-off there by Brandlinger. Man, that was a wild little run there. Top 5 laps to go, but Brandlinger gets in the wall. Then Rouse gets in the wall, and then Keith coming out of turn 4 gets into the wall himself. Cars are definitely tightening up really bad, and they're having a hard time stabilizing them in. As Cindy the Closer Taylor right now doing a pretty good run in a solid state here, battling down on that back straightaway. Every driver for themselves, everyone looking for a position here, trying to stay in this one. And it looks like it's going to be Radkins. If he can just stay ahead of this one and stay ahead of his problem zone, he's not going to lose this one here, folks. Big Smoke has just been absolutely laying into it, laying in waste. The Sticky 112 machine has been the car to beat tonight for sure, and for good reason. But right now in the back here between these two drivers, the Taylors versus Brandlinger, who will it be that gets out the advantage here? Will it be Cindy or Keith here? They'll come on down around out of turn 3, down into turn 4 there. Running them on by here now, charging them up, hanging in the position zone, trying to get one more run and a half coming. Brandlinger doing everything he can, trying to hide his fight, trying to fight this one to the end. But you can see the run there coming from Keith Checkmate Taylor, hanging on by. Cindy Closer Taylor in the wall there at turn 2 yet again. That turn 2 has just been trouble for them here. It's not been wielding them any chances here. Now Keith Checkmate Taylor with only 2 laps to go, looking to fight his way into that 5 spot. Top 5 going out of here. Everyone's still running him hard, running him in, battling him for everything they've got. Running back on in yet again. Brandlinger back into the wall zone. Taylor sees it. Comes on down the inside line. Makes the hard charge around. Solid racing from these two. Brandlinger loses ground and time, and Taylor makes him pay. But Brandlinger is tenacious. He says, forget that. I'm going to fight you to the end, my friend. Coming down to the wire here. Down and about here. Final lap. White flag is out. Ashton Hartman currently in the 4th spot right now, trying to stay in this one. Robert the Rattlesnake Khan has all but kind of admitted up to feet here, I would think. Taylor, the Pride McCarthy trying desperately to get one last big run on Atkins. But as he comes on down that back straightaway, coming in down to turn 3 and 4. Lays low, lets the car settle down as he will take it on home. Checkered flag is coming out for Big Smoke. Jonathan Atkins, your race winner here. The Pride of Texas, Caleb McCarthy finishing 2nd, 3rd will go to Ashton Hartman, or 3rd to Robert Connors, 4th to Ashton Hartman. As the rest of our field works in, Keith Checkmate Taylor managing to stay ahead of Brandlinger for a top 5 finish. And Brandlinger definitely maybe a little bit nuts about that one. Or I would say he's just having a little bit of fun. I wouldn't say that one. But there he is, folks. Your race winner here tonight. Jonathan Big Smoke Atkins takes it on home and takes home the W. In a big clash of racing, and a big clash, to say the least here. on down here to pit side here. I'm going to talk with our top 3 here in just a minute here, folks, so just be aware we will be with you guys back shortly. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back when we return to the Pottlez Wrapz Racing League here on PTM Racing TV. Alright guys, I'm down here at pit side here. I'm just waiting for drivers to come on in and come by and talk with us here. What a battle that was, and only one caution there on the entire race is pretty impressive to say the least here, considering what these drivers had to work with all the way through. There was definitely some runs and a battle in between, but you know, when all is said and done, they kept it clear of trouble and they kept it out of problem zone. And to me, that definitely warrants for some great racing and some great battles here. And tonight, you know, it ended up going to Atkins. You know, say what you will about his trash talk and say what you will about his racing, but, you know, he always has a run and a half, and I think a smoking hot wife will be happy with that. His words, not me. Alright, folks, let's go ahead and bring him on in. Let's go ahead and chit-chat with our first place finisher here tonight. That will be Big Smoke, Jonathan Atkins, as he now joins me on in the booth here. We've got him on the call. Atkins, a race victory here tonight. I know you were doing a little trash talking before this, but you definitely backed it up here on this one.
Yeah, I like these big mile and a halves, especially like Kansas and Homestead, that you can run up next to the wall and really roll the corner. It works out for my driving style.
Definitely for sure there. I mean, what was really the key strategy though that you were doing that really stayed in all the way through for you on this run tonight?
I mean, the first pit stop, I short pitted a little bit, and it got me a pretty good lead over ARCA. And then I think when the caution came out, he was on pit road and got trapped or something, and I was able to pit under caution. And then short run speed, I could just drive away for the first 5 or 6 laps, and that was all it took.
It was all it took. It was all you needed. It ended up giving you the W here tonight. So I got to ask you there, Big Smoke. You've been in victory lane before, but who do you want to thank here for this finish tonight?
I think Sticky Icky and Little Indy RC Speedway and my smoking hot wife.
As usual, smoking hot wife. Got to be proud about this one. Atkins, congratulations once again. Another trip to victory lane and another victory here tonight, bud.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, Jonathan Big Smoke Atkins taking home the W here tonight, as we now will bring in our second place finisher here tonight, that being Kayla, the Pride of Texas McCarthy here. Let's go ahead and have a little word here with her and see how she thought about that one. McCarthy, been a little bit of a hard run here for tonight, but you ended up taking home second place, and that's definitely nothing to sneeze at considering what Atkins was up to tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Just kind of miscalculated some laps there. Thought I had a little bit longer to go than we actually did. Look at the lap counter. We had 10 to go, and I thought we had about 30 to go. Car was a lot better on the longer run. I kind of figured some stuff out there. But yeah, overall, we'll take it from as you would say, from the outhouse to almost the White House. We'll take it.
Definitely for sure there. I mean, you gave it your heart and you gave it your soul all the way through. I mean, you can't sell yourself short for that. But nevertheless, here is still a strong finish and a strong race. So I got to ask you, who do you want to thank you for that finish?
Obviously, got to thank my wife for allowing me to put in the time that I do, and putting up with me for everything that I do with this, and cheering me on. She's been a major cheerleader with the last couple weeks with me being really down on me, or with me being down on myself. Yeah, she's been amazing. Also got to thank Sim Racing Merch, Mid-Cities Air Conditioning, Amber's Florals, Pottlez Wrapz, Affordable SEO, Matt Mills Racing, Bob's Custom Trophies, Roland's Auto, McConey Setup, PTM TV, everybody that we race with, just couldn't have it any other way.
Definitely for sure there. It's been a great season so far for you and a great battle here and there. You know, from all the rough times and all that, don't matter here. When you get yourself into that position, that's where you wanted to be, and you definitely got in there tonight. Congratulations for that second place finish there, McCarthy.
Yeah, it definitely does. And, again, thank you everything for what you do, Crusader. I know us drivers down there, we really appreciate it.
I just, like I used to say, you guys do the hard work, I do the easy work, but I think now I kind of fall on your level here because I think it falls on both of us. So, nevertheless here, good luck here tonight, or good run here tonight, second place finish here tonight. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Pride of Texas, Caleb McCarthy, finishing second place overall, and it looks like Robert Kahn deciding not to join us here tonight, so we're going to call it a night here, folks. Thanks again, real quick though. We're going to say to all our sponsors out here that have helped get Pottlez Racing League off the books and on the radar. That, of course, being with Matt Mills Racing Team, Mid-Cities Air Conditioning and Heating, Affordable SEO and Marketing, Amber's Floral Creations, Bob's Custom Trophies and Gifts, SimRacingMerch.com, and Pottlez Wrapz, of course, in the ARCA series, being able to come on out and give everyone a chance here and give everything a good run and a half here. It's been a great night, folks. Thanks again to everybody out here. We love you all. We'll see you next time when the green flag flies right here on PTM Racing TV. But until next time, be safe. God bless. Take care. We love you all. Good night, everybody.